Hello again everybody. In this video we'll complete the 4 types of factoring. In the last video we did difference of two squares and difference or sum of two cubes. Here we have quadratic expression ax squared plus bx plus c. We can see that a equal 1, b equal negative 7, c equals 10. So this is a, this is a, b, c. Here we have a equals 3, b equals negative 1, c equals negative 10. So as you see, we have a group of questions with a is 1, as you see, no number, this one, and we have another group of questions with a greater than 1. So to start the first type, how to factorize this in two brackets. You take the 10 and try to find two factors of 10, 1 and 10, negative 1 times negative 10, 2 and 5, negative 2 and negative 5. When we multiply each pair, this will give us 10. But we need the pair that when we add this to be 11, we add this to be negative 11, we add this to be 7, we add this to be negative 7. It means if we have 10, we may have one of 4 examples. Our example here is negative 7, so we choose these two factors. So we will write x and x for x squared, then negative 2 and negative 5 for the 10. For the next one, this is with the same idea. This is with the same idea that a equals 1. So we take the negative 2, factorize the negative 2, 1 and negative 2, negative 1 and 2. When we add this would be negative 1. When we add this, it would be positive 1. Here we have negative 1. So we will choose the first pair. n plus 1 minus 2. Negative 3, the factors of negative 3 and 1, 3 and negative 1. We can try the two brackets to be x and x. When we add this would be 2, which is the middle term. So this would be plus 3 minus 1. The same here, 3 will be 1 and 3. Negative 8 will be negative 2 and 4, or negative 4 and 2. This one will be negative 2 when we add, so this would be x minus 4, x plus 2. So the first idea, if a is 1, if we have the value of a is 1, even if it's negative 1. Then if we have a value for a which is different than 1, greater than 1, in the following two questions. How to do them? We should take the 1 and factorize, but this will not work for this example. We multiply the first by the last. A times c, 2 times 1 is 2. Then try to find the factors of 2, 1 and 2, negative 1 and negative 2. When we add 1 and 2, this will give us 3. So in the two brackets, we will have positive 1 and positive 2. But this 2b squared, this should be 2b and b, or b and 2b. Let's see which one should be the right bracket with the 2. So first we will put 2b in both sides. Okay, then simplify the one with extra 2. So can we simplify this? No, it's 2b plus 1. We can divide this by 2, so this one b plus 1, and this bracket should be with the b. This one, the same idea. 5 times 12, it's 60. What are the factors of 60? 6 times 10, negative 6 times negative 10. We can try to refine 3 times 20. When we add them, it's 23. like the middle term. So we will have two brackets, 5r, 5r, plus 3, plus 20. Then we cannot divide this, it will be 5r plus 3. We can simplify this to be r plus 4. This idea will work for all examples. 3 times 4, it's 12, it's negative 2 times negative 6. When we add them, it will be negative 8. So 3k minus 2, 3k minus 6, 3k minus 2, and we can simplify this by 3, it will be k minus 2. So this is how to factorize the standard form of a quadratic expression when a equals 1 and when a is different than 1, greater than 1, or someone else, so any number else, like 3, 2, negative 3, negative 2, and so on. By the way, if you have example like this one, x squared plus 5x plus 6, you know that you take the 6, 2, and 3, x plus 2, x plus 3. What should you do if you have this example? Negative x squared minus 5x minus 6. We said that we need this to be positive, 1 or more than 1. So we can take this negative from all of them. So it will be negative outside. We have x squared, positive 5x, positive 6. Keep this outside, and you know that 6 is 2 and 3. So you can write x plus 2, x plus 3. And this is the right answer if you have negative outside. This is everything about factoring standard quadratic. Next we have grouping. If we have a group of 4 terms, to factorize we can divide this in 2 groups. Then try to find the common factor in each group. In the first one we can divide them by x squared as a common factor. We can take x squared and x squared. This will leave inside 2x from the first one, because 2 we didn't take 2 outside, it's inside. X power 3 we took x power 2, we will have x inside, plus this x squared is all outside, so it will leave 1 inside. The idea of factoring by taking the highest common factor is the opposite of expanding. If you want to expand this, it will be this answer. If you want to expand this, it will be this answer. Then in 6 and 3 we can divide both by 3. This will leave us 2x plus 1. Can you see a common bracket? We can put this bracket, and in another bracket we can take the x squared and the positive 3 in a different bracket. The common factors that we did in the beginning. Can you try this with me? In the first group we can divide them by x power 2, leaving 5x in the first term minus 1. Here we can divide this by 5, positive 5. This will leave 2x, we can divide them by 2. This will leave 5x minus 1. Now you have same bracket, 5x minus 1, put it once, then in another bracket put x squared plus 2. This one. X, by the way, you can change the groups here. You can take this with this and this with this. It's up to you. It also works and it will give the same answer. X power 2. This will leave x minus 3. And here we have x minus 3. Can you see that without taking any common factors, we have same bracket? And outside this bracket is 1. So x minus 3. And this will be x squared plus 1. X outside, then 2x squared plus 1. In the second group we have negative in the first one. This is negative. If the second group starts with negative, even if it's positive, but the group starts with negative, we should take this negative outside as a common factor. So we will take negative 3 because both are divisible by 3. inside the bracket will be 2x squared, and this negative we divided it to be negative outside and and positive inside, because negative times positive is negative. Okay, again, we can divide negative 6 by negative 3, the answer is 2. We can divide negative 3 by negative 3, the answer is positive 1, because negative and negative is positive. Now we have this group, 2x squared plus 1, and we have x minus 3. That's it for grouping, and I hope you understood everything.